Alright guys, we are back. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I believe all the stuff that we have in here, it's actually quite a bit to move. Now I could load up the dinosaur, but she doesn't have that much weight at the moment. We're going to keep putting stuff into her weight. So that's something we need to take into consideration too before we move all this stuff. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to bring the raft around from over there where it was, and we're going to park it right here and try to load as much as we can onto the raft. So we're going to actually have to make a couple more of the storage lockers, storage chests, large storage things. I don't know what they're called. These things. They're called large storage boxes. Which actually we can throw a lot of this stuff out anyway. Like that's tons of fiber that we don't need. She has berries, so we're not worried about our dinosaur. Also, I forgot to do my intro. Holy crap. Welcome back, guys. This is Ark Survival Evolved. Right now, I'm looking at our options as to what I should be throwing out here, what we don't need, because we're actually going to be moving houses to go to a different area. So, I'm throwing out all the non-essential stuff, or just stuff that I don't want. I don't want to say non-essential, because technically all of this is non-essential. I'm keeping all the seeds because eventually I want to make what's it called, a little farm thing that that we're gonna kick off, which actually I should probably pick up that rotten meat. There we go. The rotten meat, in case you guys forgot, it is to make narcotic. We need rotten meat and the narco berries to do that. Okay, so we're gonna take this raft around to the other side. Our dinosaur in our house is still on the other side. If you guys joined me in the last video, at the very end we got attacked by a bird, which I don't think you guys even noticed the bird, honestly. I was going to point it out, but then we got attacked by a Sarco who chased us down on this boat. He started attacking us. My Anki kind of jumped off the boat and started attacking him, and then I jumped off because I didn't want the Anki to die, so we ended up killing the Sarco right in this area, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was right in this area right here. And we both survived and everything's good. It was just a little scary at first. It's something we had to be careful for, or with. And actually, while it's nighttime, it's not going to be nighttime very long. I want to show you guys the before we take. Oh, there's the bird that was attacking us the last time. I don't even know why it attacked us, because technically we're mounted right now. It's going to do it again. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, you know what? It was probably attacking my Anki now that I think about it. It probably registered that my Anki was there. There's a beaver in the water right there. I don't know if you guys can see him. It's kind of glaring right there. He's right there, top of the screen, right there. But I want to show you guys the I don't remember if it's not here, it's further down. Ooh, actually, you know what? We're not gonna yeah, we're not gonna do that, guys. I'm sorry. I just remembered there's actually a Spino over there, the big dinosaur that I was talking about the last episode from Jurassic Park 3. I don't want to get too close to him, and that's where those Troodons are. I wanted to show you their glowing eyes while it's at nighttime, but we're going to try to avoid that area, so we're going to have to be really careful even going back through there. Once again, guys, if you have any questions or anything about the game, and stuff that I haven't pointed out yet, or stuff that you think that I know about that I may be waiting to point out later, and you don't want to mention it in the comments because you don't want to ruin it, it's fine if you ask questions. Ask, and it may give me a reason to bring something up, or it may give me a hint as to what you really want to know about or something like that. You guys aren't going to ruin my video. It's not that big of a deal. If someone asks about it, I will answer you. And if it's something that I don't want to put in the video just yet, I'll at least let you know in the comments, because I know a lot of people don't read the comments on YouTube anyway. It'd be cool if they did, but I know a lot of people don't. So if it's something, like I said, that you want to know about, I can just answer you in the comments. And if I don't put it in the video, it's something that I'm saving for a later video. If I do put it in the video, then it may have just been something I overlooked and just forgot about, or something that I didn't even think to point out. So, like I said, if you have questions, please ask. We are coming up to our house up ahead. We only threw out some of the stuff, which we don't... I mean, a lot of the stuff we can also put on the Anki and just have her stand on the boat, and then we can just move it all like that, because I have most of the supplies to rebuild the stone house, so I'm not worried about building a house. I have the supplies for that. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to turn the boat around real quick. So we're going to hit the coast and keep turning, and when it starts to pull away, that's when we're going to stop. We're going to get off the boat. See how much space she has. Okay. This stuff we might be able to put in the in this one with the other stone and stuff. Probably not though, because I did fill it up quite a bit. Okay, yeah, that's it. Throw it in here though. Okay, so we have a little bit of room in those. Now, she had metal on her the last time, if you guys watched the last episode. The metal is in this one. When you're transporting the metal, obviously, like I said, if I take out this whole stack, I'm already over encumbered. I cannot move. So what you want to do is you'll leave it in here, and you'll hit, is it triangle? It's not triangle. There's a way to split the stack. I don't remember. Oh, okay, it's triangle when it's in here. So technically you could move it over here. You hit triangle and then it splits it. And you can put half back and then I can move. The other option is, instead of holding X on it to bring the whole stack, I can do a quick double tap of X. But doing it that way is only going to give you one at a time. So you have to keep hitting it until you get however many items you want. So it's easier just to move the whole stack over here and then split it. So what we're going to do though is we are going to grab everything in the house first. So we're going to hit L1 on that to take all. We're going to hit L1 on this to take all. And we are over encumbered, but we can still move. That's fine. Excuse me. Come over here. I'm going to put everything on her. She still has about another 100 weight. That's fine. We're going to grab this. Grab everything. Over encumbered again because of the metal. We're going to put this on her. The metal is going to be reduced. So she's right overweight. Okay. I can still move though. And we don't have anything else to take, do we? Now this fridge is still on, or this preserving bin is still on, even though there's no spark powder in it. It's basically running through whatever the last one was that was in it. So eventually that smoke will go away and it'll turn off. Still need to take that stuff too. That makes me over encumbered, but I can still move. Now this stuff in here, in here, these folders, this is stuff that you already learned. So breaking this smithy down is not going to make you unlearn anything. Those folders will still be in there when you remake another one. So what we're going to do though is we're going to make a couple more of these. We're going to make all 3 of them that we can make. They're going to pop up at the bottom because I already have a little ghost slot down there. And we want room for our Anki, so we're going to put these over here lined up with these ones. So we're going to get as close as we can when it turns red, and then we're going to back up a tiny bit till it turns back green, and we're going to place it. That's 1. That's 2 and 3. So now we have 3 extra chests here that I can load stuff up in. So we're going to take a lot of stuff off of her because I don't want her completely over encumbered like that. In fact, the metal we can leave on her because, well, actually I guess the ingots aren't reduced on her. Maybe it's just a raw metal that is. We're going to take all the heavy stuff or the food though off of her. The seeds, the spark powder, the extra wood, and I'm over encumbered, so I'm going to move slow. And I believe she has another level. But speaking of her levels, that's actually something I wanted to point out to you guys. Do you remember in the other video when I gained all the levels that I got and how I did it? The explorer's note that's over there. So you can actually pick them up with your dinosaurs. And I will actually show you guys that so that we can get her a whole bunch of levels real quick. It won't be the same with her because you can't craft and give her extra XP. But you can kill stuff to give her extra XP, or you can just pick up a whole bunch of them and give her extra XP. We'll actually stop over by Herbivore Island and we'll do it there so that I can show you guys there. We're gonna leave just the regular berries on her as well because she needs those to eat, and the rest of the stuff can stay on her. So we're gonna throw this stuff on here. I didn't even need this many, but I made this many, which there is still more stuff that we're gonna put in here, and I will show you guys here in a second. So when you're on a public server, if you decide to move houses or whatever, you can leave this here, but someone will eventually come by and break it. I don't like leaving traces anywhere. I believe I mentioned that before. So if I made a campfire right here and that's the only thing I had, I would use it to get warm or cook my food or do whatever I have to do with it. When I am done and I'm moving to a new area, I would actually destroy that campfire so that no one knew that I was there. I mean, unless they had seen me in the area already. So now this is going to be a little tricky. We are going to break this bed. Demolish. So now we do not have a spawn point in the game anymore. The reason why I say it's going to be a little tricky is because if we die now, for one, our Anki's going to be left alone in the middle of nowhere, and we're going to have to spawn and try to get back to her before she dies, because if we die, she's going to end up trying to fight whatever was killing us, and it's going to be bad. I'm just opening all these things again just to make sure that nothing's in them before I break them down. If you break them down with stuff in them, it'll just drop a bag the way it looks when you drop all out of your inventory, out of your dinosaur's inventory, but there's also going to be rubble on top of it, and it's dark, so I just want to make sure that I'm doing it that way. So now we're breaking down all this stuff. Now, since I'm on a solo game, technically I don't even have to do this. I could leave this stuff here. The reason why I am doing it is if you're looking on the left, every time I do it, it's saying added 30 wood, 7 thatch, and 5 fiber. Remember, when you break stuff down, it gives you back half the materials of the stuff that you built. This was hard-earned stuff that I don't want to lose in this game. It doesn't matter if I do lose it. It's not that big of a deal. It's easy to get back, but it's just easier if you keep the stuff that you already have. So if I break this, one of the things I want to point out real quick, if I break this door frame, the door is going to break with it, but I won't get back materials from the door unless I break the door first and then do the door frame. Because technically what I could have done to get rid of this whole house is just break the bottom floor pieces and everything else would just collapse. But I won't get back materials for anything that just falls from me breaking stuff under it. So I would only get back from the 4 floor pieces. I wouldn't have gotten back from any of the doors, the walls, or the ceilings or anything. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Once again, this is just my preference. This is not a necessity that you ever have to do. Like I said, even if you guys want to play the game a totally different way, feel free to. My main goal of these videos on any of my series that I do is I just want to introduce you guys to the game if you're new to it, or maybe if you're an experienced player and it's stuff that you've forgotten about, just stuff that I point out that may help you along the way. If you're an experienced player, it's probably not going to help you, but you never know. You may have forgotten, oh, maybe on a public server I should be hiding my stuff. Like I shouldn't be leaving campfires all over the place. It is easier to track me. I doubt that you forgot that, but you never know. So, okay, so we broke down everything. We have our entire life on this raft right now. So we are actually going to change him from neutral to passive, her from neutral to passive. And instead of holding triangle to do it this way, we're going to hold circle and we're just going to whistle her passive. So now if you look at her aggression level, it is set to passive. You always want to double check and make sure it worked. I know sometimes I'll be trying to whistle passive and I'll accidentally hit neutral right before letting go. And it'll switch to neutral, which actually it went to whistle attack target. But luckily it stayed on neutral. So we're going to do back passive, make sure it's on passive, and we're good. Now it's still nighttime. Let's see what time it is. It's 4:41 in the morning. If that spinal moved away, maybe we can take a look at those Troodons, just so I can show you their eyes. They will probably try to run out in the water and attack my Ankylosaurus, and she's on passive, so she won't attack back. But with how slow they move in water, I'm not really worried about it. The spinal, on the other hand, is very fast in the water, and I do not want to fight that thing. They are very deadly, even the lower level ones. My Anky could probably take her because if you remember in the last video, like I said, she was the Spino was fighting a Stego, and the Stego was actually winning, so the Spino actually ran from the Stego. So my Anky could probably take the Spino, but it's not a guarantee, and my Anky is 105 now. I just don't want to lose her. It'd be pointless. 105 is actually not that high. You can get up in the 200 and 300 levels. The max wild dinosaur you will see, that is a stingray right there. The max wild dinosaur you will see, I believe, unless they increased it, is 150. I have seen like a 152 and stuff like that. It's usually like a parasaur or a stegosaurus that is a mechanical one. Usually their numbers don't come in fives, and they're usually if they're higher level, they're usually above the max level. But that's not always the case either, so just something to keep in mind if you want a high-level parasaur or stegosaurus or any of the ones that can be mechanical. Something to look out for. The coolest mechanical one that's out there that I like is probably the Raptor. The Raptors actually look really cool being metal. Oh, and it actually just turned daytime. That's what that music is. So if you look, yeah, it's already... Actually, I guess it goes daytime at 5. I thought it went at 6. Maybe that's why we didn't hear it in one of the previous episodes. I think I was pointing it out for you guys at 6. But the Raptor just looks really cool, mechanical. Like I said, there are other mechanical ones. In other maps, there's actually some crazy looking mechanical creatures that aren't even dinosaurs. But in this map, I would say for me, it's, well, the T-Rexes look pretty cool too. You can find them mechanical. But I still like the way the Raptors look. Just the they're aesthetically pleasing. They look good to your eyes. Like they're really cool looking. And there's a Raptor right there actually. He's chasing food on the beach. You may not have seen him. I'll turn towards him in a minute. I just want to move my Anky away from him. There he is. He's actually by himself. The Raptors in the game, they have this crazy ability to where they can actually jump on you and tackle you, and they will pin you down while they're hitting you. They don't do it as often anymore. When they first came out with the ability, that's all they did, and it was super annoying. If you ran into a Raptor, you were pretty much dead. Like there was nothing you could do about it unless you hit him with Ebola first and he missed you, then you're good. But it was super hard to dodge, which you can dodge it, but it was super hard to dodge. It was just really, really annoying, and now I believe they reduced the amount of times that they do it. So it's gotten better, but it's still, I think it's still a thing. And then like I said before, in the, I believe it was our second video, we ran into probably about 3 or 4 raptors and we just ran away from them. You don't want to try to fight more than one raptor. I mean, unless, like right now, I probably could have taken all 3 of them. Depending on their levels, I'm level 85, I believe, 86, somewhere around there. And I have my metal pike now. I have massive damage with it. And I also have my, my armor. So those are all pluses. Here is one of the Troodons, right there on the left again. The little one, the little tiny one. There's actually 2 there. There was one in the water before, but he may have went back up on land. Their eyes are not glowing now because, like I said, it's already daytime. So I really wish I would have been able to make it over here for you guys. I'm sure eventually we'll run into one. That's probably going to be our first death, if anything. Now that I said that, we're going to run into this Spino and probably die. The Spino's right up ahead. I'm just trying to stay out of the deep water. That's the Spino I mentioned right out in front of us. And that mechanical stego that's on the right. Actually, there's 2 mechanical stegos. One of the mechanical stegosauruses, though, is the one he ran from before, though. He's fighting that one, though. So we actually have time to get past him here. Where it's shallow, he shouldn't come out to us. Just got to be careful. Yeah. Okay, he's attacking both of them. He's going to probably end up dying. We're going to move up a little bit and we're going to watch them fight. Oh, yep, they already killed him. He is already dead. I was trying to move over to the shallow water because it's kind of deep right there. But yeah, they already killed him. As you can see, nothing's eating his body. That's because there's nothing over there that's carnivorous. So they killed him and they just leave his body and it decomposes over time. If he was fighting a T-Rex or something like that and the T-Rex won, yeah, that's the weird things that aquatic animals do in this game. Anyway, if he was fighting a T-Rex or something, the T-Rex would actually eat him and get health back. But since he fought herbivores, then obviously they're not going to eat his body. I'm debating still on whether I want to build out there on that herbivore island. It's not a bad place, but I usually don't hang around in this area too much. I mean, there is a lot of materials there to get metal and everything. We'll do this. We'll do a starter base here. So we'll do a stone base here, not very big. We'll do a small stone base here. And then we will work on getting our house on our raft. And that will probably be it for this episode, after we do the house raft. Because there's a couple things I want to show you guys with it anyway. Actually, while we're here, there's a couple things I want to show you guys. So we're going to grab... What do you have on you? Let's take that metal off of you. Put it in there. Okay, we're going to grab our Ankylosaurus here. And we're going to come over here. There's an explorer note here. We're going to pick it up with our Anky so that you can see that it works on the dinosaurs as well. It's right here in front of us. And if you guys want to know, this is where I am on the map. For you to look at your map when you're on your dinosaur, normally you just hit the touchpad, but while you're on your dinosaur, you're in third person. So over here, your touchpad, they do pull out their map, but he's just looking at it and you can't see it. So you have to hit R1 to go into a first person mode. And then you hit R1 again, and you can put away your thing. And then if you want, you can do first person mode while you're riding it, but I like being in third person while you're on top of it. So we're actually going to poop real quick. Jump back on them. So what I wanted to show you is right now we are level 5 with her. So if we pick this up, it will start giving us double XP and her. If you see our timer down at the bottom, she has a timer up on the top right as well. Now if I jump off her, she still has a timer going. If I get back on her, you can still see her timer going. So she got, looks like 7 levels out of it. So we're going to put all 7 into weight, because usually we use her just to transport metal and stuff. And then now if I if I pick up stuff, like she just has more weight now that she can manage. If I attack anything, if I kill this dodo right here, she'll get double XP for that. You get double XP for picking up items. So if I'm picking up these things while I'm running this way, this little bit of stuff that she's picking up, she's getting double XP for however much XP it gives you for picking up berries and stuff with the dinosaur. We're going to need a whole bunch of narcotics, so we're going to grab some while we're here. This isn't the main reason we're running this way, though. I will show you guys here in a second why we're running this way. She just runs slow, so it's going to take us a minute to get there. You want your dinosaurs to have whatever stats you plan on using the most, a lot of. So that's why we've been putting into her weight, because we're going to be using her to gather metal and berries. So her weight's at 512 right now. And then, like I said, you have to take into consideration the fact that they're carrying you as well. I don't think I've been up in the woods yet on this server where I'm showing you guys everything. So we may or may not see any new dinosaurs up in here. I don't think anything's in this area that we haven't already seen, but I will show you guys here in a second why I'm running up here. She's getting a little heavy, so we're going to stop. We're going to take off the berries that we want, which is only the narco berries. And we're going to drop everything else. Now, normally, like I said, I keep a stack of everything, but we're going to drop everything else because she's not really hungry and she's not going to starve to death in this little bit of time that we're taking all her stuff off of her. We're going to give her more weight. And we're going to keep running. And we're going to start picking up berries again. So now she already has food on her. Here's another explorer's note. And just so you guys know where it's at, right here. I wish I could zoom in on the map. Actually, you kind of can. I don't remember how. Maybe you can't when you're on the dinosaur. Let me jump off. There we go. I mean, it's not that much better, but... So, let's go ahead and put that away. Jump back on her. Now, what I said before is if I pick this up, it does not give you... double XP. That is a spitter. We're just gonna swing our tail at her. My dinosaur didn't turn around. I'm just looking backwards. Okay, so we killed her and got double XP while we were killing her. That gave us another level. What I was saying though is when you pick these up, it does not give you double XP. It's just gonna make the timer last longer. So we're gonna come out of first person because that's a little weird for me. We're gonna pick it up. We're gonna get more levels probably off of it. Yep, for me and her. That's awesome. And now our timer is up to 988. I don't believe there's a max on the timer. As long as you're still picking up items, you're good. Or explorer nodes, you're good. So she has 12 more levels. We're gonna go ahead and do weight again. All of them into weight. Now, sometimes I will actually put some into health because something that you may run into, I'm gonna go ahead and do these 8 in health. Something you may run into, and the reason why our health is dropping, it's not technically dropping. What's happening right there is she was maxed out at 2100, so it moved down while we were increasing her health. So now it looks like she has half health, but that's because her health is also increased to 4000. So now one of the things that I was pointing out though is you may want to put stuff into her health, because if not, and you end up, say we get a whole bunch of metal from this area. There's no metal here, but say there is metal and we get a whole bunch of metal from here and we go running back down to get on our raft and we run into a pack of raptors or a T-Rex or something, and they are high level. If your dinosaur does not have much health, you're gonna run into issues. You may be able to fight them off, your dinosaur may even be strong, but if you don't have the health to withstand their attacks, you're gonna lose your dinosaur, and then you're probably gonna end up dying, because when your dinosaur dies, it makes you jump off, obviously. So you're gonna die, and then your stuff's just gonna be sitting there on the ground. Now I'm running up in here, came out this way some, because there's actually another explorer's note right here. This is one of the areas where I used to come to do what I told you guys about before, to level up. So the first area that I showed you where there was 3 over there, there's also 1 right here in front of us. So we have a whole bunch of narco berries. We're going to drop the rest of this. And we're going to come and pick up this extra thing right here. And if you guys want to see on the map, it's literally the same spot. We're just facing the other way. Right over there, up against that wall. Oh, actually, that is a new dinosaur. That is a Carnosaurus. I think we briefly seen one. They will... Oh, wow. Did that one just spawn in? They will attack me. And they're probably going to. Our dinosaur's on passive. And I can do a lot of damage. So I'm actually going to go and kill them before they notice. Okay. They ran off. I think they were chasing a pterodactyl. Right up here is where we picked up the first double XP thing right here. And then now it's down here where our dinosaur's at. That's the other one. And then there was something here in the grass. That was one of the bags that I dropped with berries from the dinosaur. Okay, here's the Carno. It's coming back. We're going to kill it so that it doesn't attack our Ankylosaurs. We can probably take both of them. I'm not worried about it. They attack really weird though. They basically run up to you and hit you back. So it makes you go flying backwards. If I was a lower level, I'd be worried. I just killed one. And then this guy is actually a higher level and actually have a broken leg. That's not cool, but I should be good. Yeah, killed him. Now I have really low health. He was actually hitting me really hard, the level 130, even with my armor. As you can see, your armor does take damage, so I will have to repair it and stuff. We're going to put more into our melee. So both of them together, it was a 25 and a level 130. They probably would have actually killed my Ankylosaurus. Now she's safe over there and these guys are dead, so I don't really have to worry about them. So my health will come back over time. I think I pointed it out. Everything happened so quickly just now. But I did have a broken bone symbol down on the bottom right. If you guys want to rewind the video and watch it. There was a broken bone symbol down there. It means that they actually broke one of my bones and it was making me move very slowly. So that's probably why I couldn't run so well. This is from the Anky, or from the Carno, but I just did not pick up all the items. But what I was saying though is this is the first XP thing. And then right down here is the second one. In case you guys want to look for these. Right here is the second one, right there. And then the other one is down, if you follow this cliff and around to the left, you will run into the first one that we picked up in this area. So, we can get back on our dinosaur. Let's drink some water because we're almost out. So, we already dropped everything off of our dinosaur. She would have died because those were high levels and they were strong, or at least the 130 was, because it almost killed me. And she's only level 105. Yes, she's a higher level than me. She probably does have more armor. But her attacks are also extremely slow. And when she swings like this, that's how she attacks. So it took, like, they could have hit her probably 3 times, especially with there being 2 of them. They could have probably hit her like 3 times within the amount of time that she does one swing. When she does a swing, she does push them back a tiny bit, but with the dinosaurs that they were, they would just run right back at her. The way they were attacking, I'm not sure if you noticed, is they charge you and they headbutt you and hit you back. So when you get hit back, then they would have been pushing her back. She would have been pushing them back. They're also faster than her. For her to turn around, she has to do this whole 360 thing like this. They turn around a lot quicker. She would have died. I promise you, she would have died. So that's why I killed them, in case you guys are wondering why I did a foolish thing and jumped off. Another thing, which it was extremely dangerous to do, because if I did die, she would be standing here in passive. She's not in neutral right now. That's why she didn't come and help. If I died, I would have... I don't have a spawn anymore. There is a spawn, a random spawn that you can do in this area, but it can put me anywhere along the beach. It's a very wide range, so you have to be careful with that. So let's pick up this one. Oh, come on. Can't get up on the ledge with her. I'm sure I can. There we go. Oh, now she's gonna walk off. Let's do this. Let's run straight at it. There we go. Oh, no, come on. You got it. Get up there. Okay, we're gonna cheat the system here. We're gonna go slow. Okay, she got it. Okay. So our thing went up more. She already had a level, so I'm sure she got more though. We're gonna check. Yep, she got 9 more levels. We're gonna go ahead and give her the rest of these into weight. Her food, her health is actually pretty good. We're gonna see if we can get her weight up to like 1,000. We're actually gonna start picking up berries on the way back because we always need narco berries. And her health is actually low, not because she got attacked, but because we increased her health and she didn't have berries on her, so she wasn't able to heal. She's still getting levels because she has the double XP right now while we're running and we're doing this. So we're gonna take off all the narco berries, and this time we're gonna take off 2 stacks of each, and we're doing 2 of each because we want her to keep food because she needs to eat so she can heal up. So we're gonna put those back on her, and these 4, so she can keep eating and keep getting her health back. We're gonna get back over to our raft and we're gonna go over to Herbivore Island, and like I said, we're gonna go ahead and set up for there, and we're gonna go ahead and set up there for now, but we're not going to end up staying there. We are gonna build a house and everything just so we have a spawn on that area and stuff like that, but it's not gonna be a permanent home. I think I know the area I want to build. In a solo game, it's usually where I end up building anyway, but I also want to show you guys a whole bunch of different building stuff anyway. So we're going to be moving around a lot, but we're also going to need a place to fall back on and stuff. I swam out to the water, or I ran out to the water so she can move faster in the water instead of running down the beach to get to the raft here, in case you guys were wondering. Now technically she's fast enough to make it across this gap even if sharks are chasing us, but I just don't want her taking damage. She's already low on health and everything, so we're going to drive her over there. Hopefully no whales hit us. Eventually we'll see a whale, and I will show you guys, and you will see how creepy it is. And if we decide to do some aquatic tames, it will actually be really cool because we can use this bay, like I said, to keep them in here and safe. And if you notice, our Anki now is level 139, which is awesome. In a public server, it does take a long time to do tames because the XP isn't turned up, the taming isn't turned up. But the main thing you want to look for if you're trying to defend your base or you're trying to keep your dinosaurs alive, you want to always try to find a maxed out dinosaur. A maxed out dinosaur, like I said, is level 150. They are pretty rare to find, but if you can find one, it's definitely one you want to grab and try to tame. Their stats can also vary, so like hers, when I first got her, if you guys remember, when I was feeding her and stuff, her food was at like 6,600 and her weight was like 300 and something. The health was very low, like, well, I just did the health, so her health was like 2,000. Their stats can vary, so she may actually have less food and more weight to start off with. She may have more melee damage, which actually 314 for an Ankylosaurus is not bad. Their speed I don't think ever changes, but their health, their stamina, their food and their weight and their melee all, I believe, change. I don't remember if their oxygen does. I think their oxygen does, but only if it's one that usually you want to take in the water anyway, like the Sarco or the beaver or one of the ones that you tame in the water, like the actual dolphins and stuff like that. So something to take into consideration, guys. So now we are actually going to build our house real quick. So we're going to drop off all of our berries and everything in our dinosaur because we don't really have room for it. She's not going to eat the narco berries on her own. Like I said, she just won't eat them, so we don't have to worry about it. We're going to grab a whole bunch of this stone, some thatch, some wood, And I'm already over encumbered. That's okay. Now we can just make the stuff while we're standing right here. Can only make 3 of those. I'm gonna grab some more real quick. Since we're just gonna stand here and make it, I'm gonna max out my carrying capacity. Okay, it's not letting me pick up anything else. So if I hit R1, I'm gonna go down here. We're gonna try to make 6 of these. We can make 8. So we're gonna hit square to make 5. And then we're gonna hit R1 or R2 once to make 6. And then if we're making 6 of these stone things, we're gonna make 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna need 9 walls. So we're gonna hit square to make 5. And looks like that's all we can make at the moment. So we will come back and grab more. For now, we're gonna go and place these down. And we can move because it's using up the materials to make the foundations and everything that we're crafting. Now the walls and everything are still heavy, but they weigh less than the actual materials themselves. I know it doesn't really make sense, but it's convenient, so we're gonna go with it. So we're gonna put down 6 of these, all connected. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're gonna do our walls, which we only have 5 of. That's fine for now. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Now we're gonna go grab more materials, which we're gonna go ahead and drink some water real quick. We're gonna poop, we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna get more materials. So let's grab a ton more stone, more wood. We already have thatch. So we're gonna make, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Yeah, because we had 5. So we're gonna make 4 more walls. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna make a set of stairs, a door frame, a door, and we need 6 ceilings, which it says we can only make 2. So we're gonna hit triangle to go ahead and make those 2 for now. And then I'm trying to walk forward. There we go. I was gonna say, but it's not letting us. It should let us as soon as we craft some more stuff. Okay. And we actually got a level off of this because we have double XP going right now. I believe, and I may be wrong about this, I believe if you're crafting close to your dinosaur, I believe they get XP from stuff that you're doing. So she actually may be getting levels too, just because I'm crafting right next to her. We'll find out here in a second. We're gonna place the stairs down, attach them to right here. We're gonna do our frame right there, our door right there, our stone ceiling. We're gonna go ahead and place them down just to get rid of some of the weight that we have on us. 1 there, 1 there. We're going to put a point into our melee. We're level 97, so there's probably new stuff that we can learn right now. I'm not too worried about it. We have a lot of the stuff that we need for where we're at. Okay, if she is getting XP, it's going extremely slow. She's actually doing really well on weight and everything though, guys, so it's not that big of a deal. Eventually, like I said, if we can, we'll get her weight to 1,000, but it's not a necessity. One of the reasons why I'm actually building on this island is for the metal that's here, and because we can use her to pick it up. So alright, we need 4 more ceilings. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that was pretty much it. Now as you're making this stuff, so like I still have 2 more to make. If I emptied my inventory, it would actually stop making them, because it only takes the items as it's being crafted. So if I was to empty my inventory while all that was happening, it would actually stop the crafting. So something to keep in mind. I was looking for the ceilings, but they're already down in that ghost spot. So 1 there, 1 there, turn around, do 1 there, and 1 there. And I will show you guys a metal house too. I'm just building everything here real quick so that like I said, we're gonna make multiple bases anyway, so just something to show you guys, because like I said, I wanted to go in order of the different building types anyway. You don't always want to make squares. One of the things that people do in the game when they're flying around is they actually kind of cheat. And what I mean by that is they, like if you have a bird and you fly up high enough, the trees and the rocks will actually despawn, and man-made structures like this will actually be more visible to them. Even if, like, if I was to build that under this tree over here, if they fly up high enough, the tree will despawn and they can see my house. So if I built like a weird shaped house, they might think it's a rock and you might get lucky. More than likely they're still gonna know it's a house though. It's bad the way people have to play just to try to get better at a game. They're, I guess, just being lazy and don't want to go and actually look for houses and waste time doing it, which I can kind of understand, but at the same time it just feels like you're cheating the system. So what we're doing now is we're making all the stuff that we're going to put inside of the house. Right now I'm gathering all the stuff that we need to make the smithy and the forge. Those are two of the more important things that we currently need. So there's our forge, and we need hide and stone. So more hide and more stone. There's our smithy. We're gonna go put these in the house real quick. And one of the things you can do, which now that we have a bigger house, last time we did a little 2x2, this one's a 2x3. Take the smithy first and place it with the block facing away from the wall. So you can put it as close as you can going this way. So technically we can do it right there, but it still looks like it's in the wall and I don't want that. So we're going to come out a tiny bit and we're going to move as close as we can this way. Now this one, remember, there is a gap on that back side, so the hitbox is bigger. So it's actually going to leave a gap back there. So we place it right there. Yeah, see there's a gap right there. Oops, I hit my wall. And then I hit my floor. As you can see, they're both damaged now. So it says like 9,996 out of 10,000. You can repair these, but it says recently damaged, repairable in, and it gives you a time frame. So basically I have to wait that time frame and then I can repair them. I'm not too worried about it. But if I wanted to place this like how I have it over here where there's no gap and it's completely against the wall, technically I can knock out both of these walls because it's pretty close to this one as well. So I would have to knock out both of these walls and then place this down. So if you want it up against the wall, my suggestion would be don't even place your walls first. Just do your foundation and then put the smithy down and then build everything else around it. But it's not something you have to do. It's just something if you want it to give you a tiny bit more room. It doesn't really matter. And then we're going to place this over here in the corner on the opposite side. Right there. Alright, and I did just save the game. Hopefully I didn't overdo the time. I think I may have lost track of time. Hopefully it doesn't cut out part of the video. If it does, I apologize, and I will check the video here in a little bit just to make sure. If it did, then I'll go over the stuff that you guys missed here shortly. But I will check that in a second. For now, let's finish setting up our house real quick. We still need a fireplace in there and a bed. There's other stuff we need as well. But those are two of the main things we currently need. So, whoops. I keep hitting the wrong button. Sorry, guys. The bed. Where's the bed? That's not the bed. Where is the bed? Now, this is a thing where if you want, you can do the folder system. So you can do folder view. And then right here, you can look at the different things. So I believe the bed would be under structures and then beds. So there's my bed. So I need thatch. I don't like doing it like that. Why? I don't know. I prefer just doing it this way and finding it, which actually the bed's right there. But let's go ahead and grab some thatch real quick. So we're going to make our bed, and we're also going to make a mortar and pestle. And there was one other thing that I forgot to mention, which is this, the preserving bin. We need more stone. We're going to grab stone. We're going to make this. And then the last thing is the campfire. So now we have everything that we need for our house. We're going to run back over here and we're going to place it all down. So the bed we're actually going to put right here next to the smithy. Yeah, this is fine. That's not that big of a deal. There's our bed. And then we're going to do our mortar and pestle right here in between our forge and our smithy. We're actually going to put as close as we can over here because we may actually do multiple mortar and pestles later, so we can put one there and then probably fit 2 more in here. That way, if we want like spark powder crafting in one and then gunpowder in another and maybe something else in another, you can craft multiple things. So if you look right here, it says repair stone foundation. That's the floor piece that I damaged earlier. I do have all the stuff on me. It says it requires 1 stone, 1 wood, 1 thatch. So if I hit triangle, it starts repairing it, and it went from like 1490 something all the way back up to 1500. We can do the same with the wall over here. Hit triangle on it, it's going back to 10,000. There we go. So all those are repaired. And we're going to put down our preserving bin, and we're actually going to do this over here. Get as close as we can to the wall. And you don't have to put the stuff close to the wall. If you want it out in the middle of the floor, go for it. I'm just trying to save space by doing all this, because like if I end up having too much food and I put all the stuff in here, and like it fills up and I can't build an actual refrigerator yet, which you need electricity for refrigerators in this game. But if I have more food, and this only holds 48, as you can see right there, it says preserving bin 048. If I have more than 48 stacks in there, it won't hold anything else. So you'll have to make a second one, which I can put here or in front of it or wherever. And then we're going to put our campfire down right here. And then now that we have our Anki, the Ankylosaurus, we can actually get tons of metal for this forge right here. So if I end up filling up this entire thing with metal, which it's not hard to do, especially with an Anki, if I end up filling up this entire thing with metal and it's taking forever to cook the metal, or if I just want to cook more metal at one time, because what it does is like if I have wood here, so if I have the fuel in there like that and then the rest is all metal, it's only going to cook 1 stack at a time, and in that stack it's only going to be cooking two ingots, well, 1 ingot at a time, so 2 raw metal at a time. So, and it'll only do it from the first stack. So even if all this is full, it's going to take forever to cook all of that metal. So, excuse me, one of the things you can do is actually make another forge, put it right next to it, and cook metal in both of them. Even if you only have like 3 stacks of metal, or even 2. Say I have 1 stack of metal here, and I have another stack. It's only going to be cooking out of this first stack, and this other stack is not going to be touched until the first one's done. So if I want to cook 2 stacks at once, I can cook 1 stack in here, build another forge, cook another stack in there, and I have 2 things that give me metal faster. So it's just easier to process. As you've seen right there, that was a Stegosaurus's tail. The animals do clip through your house, so you have to be careful with that. If I would have punched his tail, he would have aggroed on me. But yeah, that's it. We have our bed and everything here, guys. So it looks like it's all coming together. So we're going to grab everything out of here, starting with was it in our 3rd one? Yeah, starting with all of this stuff. We're going to drop some of this back so I'm not over encumbered. The main reason I grabbed all of this is because this is all of our food. So we need to throw this stuff in our preserving bin before it starts going bad. I'm sure a lot of it's been spoiling this whole time we've been doing all this stuff. First things first, we're going to do the narco berries, the purple berries, because we want to keep those, the meat, and then we need to keep it fresh, so we're going to throw in all the spark powder we have. and then our cooked meat. And then the rest of that stuff really doesn't matter. I don't care about the stem berries too much. Nothing else here is going to go bad. So we're going to take all of this and we're going to throw it over here. Now, like how we have these chests out here, they will not fit, which I completely forgot about this, so I'm going to have to actually redo this. They will not fit in a 1x1, like a one height thing, so I would actually have to make this into a 2-story house. And I actually need to move this over. I'll probably end up putting it right here. Yeah, let's do that real quick. So we're gonna break it. So I need thatch. Need more wood and stone. Let's just go farm some real quick. Let's get rid of this. The stuff when you break it, like after you build something, the stuff when you break it, so like this rock I'm breaking, it may or may not spawn back. There's a certain distance as to where stuff will spawn around your home. On a private server or on a solo game like I'm playing, you can change how close it spawns back to your house. You can also change how often they spawn back in. So just something to keep in mind if you guys want stuff spawning right up against your house. You can actually set it down to 0, but I would advise against that, because you can actually, like, say there was a tree in this very spot right here where I built my house. If I have it set to 0 for a distance away from my house, that tree will spawn back inside of my house, and it'll keep respawning there every time. So you may want to set it a little bit high, not high, but a little bit higher than 1, I should say. What was I looking for? The campfire, which actually I already have it down there in the bottom. There's a little ghost thing, so we're going to place it right here in this corner. And this does not get in the way of the smithy at all. So like if I'm standing right here, I can still access the smithy. Even if I'm over here, I can still access the smithy. But I don't want to walk on it while it's on fire, which right now I can't even walk on it because it's only 1 story. But when I make it 2, which that's actually my next step right now, I'm going to make this into a 2-story. This is why I said you want to be careful with this stuff. I'm actually wasting materials by doing this. I just filled up my water thing because it's raining. I'm wasting materials because I have to re-demolish this stuff just to make more walls. 6 walls? Is that right? That's not right. 2, 4. So it's going to be, I'm going to need 10. Not 10. 3 and 3. I am going to need 6. Wow. I'm bad at math and geometry. No. I was thinking ceilings when I said 6. So I'm going to need 2, 4. I'm going to need 10 walls. I was right the first time. Like I said, bad at math and geometry. Break these. And we're going to... I can only make 2 more walls, that's fine. So we're going to put our walls up. Yep, and 2 more. There's another parasaur. A different colored one. I believe the one we've seen before had green legs on it and stuff. The stegosauruses, I know we've seen them in the distance, the mechanical ones. They actually look pretty cool too. I like the way they look. Okay, and we needed, what, 2 more walls? What am I missing? Stone, really? Thought I had enough. Okay, so we're going to need 2 walls. 1, 2, and we needed 6 ceilings. 1, 2. What else are we going to need? We're going to need stone. Looks like that's it, just stone. So I had 2, we need 4 more. That makes 5. Still need 1 more. Oh, is it that? Yeah. There's the extra one. And then we're going to drop the rest of the stuff back in there. Oops, I thought I selected it. Accidentally selected the specimen, which I never did mention about that specimen to you guys. It just has to do with the lore in the game, and if you highlight it, this is a specimen I'm referring to, what's highlighted in my inventory by itself right now. If you highlight it, it actually shows on there. The ID is ChaosEclipse, so if I kill someone, I can actually take their little ID tag and it'll say their name and all that stuff on it. It'll say what sample. This is how people know what server you came from. If they get a hold of you, they can look up, like, I think the sample number, or even like the ID, or it may even just say on there, like, it doesn't say it for me because we're in a solo game, but it may even say what server they came from. I think it just has all the different info and stuff on there. Like I said, I don't know for sure because I don't do all the server jumping and stuff like that, even in online games. Personally, if you ask me, in my opinion, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. If you ask me, in my opinion, I think server hopping in general is stupid. Now, if they were to let you go from this server to another server with your character, I think that's fine. Just because if you want to go and play with your friend on another of the same map, I think that's absolutely fine. But when you server jump online, if I have this guy right here tamed, I can actually take him with me. There are different dinosaurs. I mentioned this before. There are different dinosaurs on different maps. So if you go and get an overpowered dinosaur that is not on this map and you bring him to this map, he will just destroy everything, and it happens all the time. It's super annoying. I think it's people that people are probably gonna hate me for this. Hopefully I don't lose any subscribers, but I think it's just people that they want to make themselves feel better, so they go and they bring stuff to other servers and they just destroy you. Because I mean, a lot of times you'll log into a server and there'll be nothing but friendly people on there. You guys are all having a good time, and then you log on later and all your stuff is gone, but it was no one from the server. It's because some guy came in who had an overpowered dinosaur and he just wanted to come and take your stuff because he's too lazy to go and get his own shit. And that is how I feel about that. So I don't agree with it. I really wish it was not a thing. There are servers, I believe, that you can join to where they have the limited amount of the different servers that you can jump in and out of. But at the same time, I still think those are cross maps, not just the same map on everyone. So there's not much we can do about that. That is a choice that Wildcard made, so we just have to go with it. Like I said, it's a great game. I just wish it didn't have certain features in it. That preserving bin is behind this, that's why I can't go too far that way. And I'm trying to get it as close as I can to the wall so that we have extra room. And then I'm going to try to get them as close as I can to each other. Hopefully the Stegosaurus doesn't come through my wall and bump me, which it sounds like he's getting close to the house. Trying to hurry up, but I'm also trying to make sure that I'm not screwing this up. So I know that forge is behind me. I can only get so close to it. Perfect. Okay, so I don't have room for another forge. I mean, technically I could probably put the bed right here, and then I could do another forge over here, or I could probably even, well, no, because I don't want to block that. But yeah, so this is our house. This is where we're gonna stay for a while, guys. You can color code these things. So if I had a paintbrush, I can actually color this one blue, this one red, this one green, stuff like that. Or can you? Yeah, you can even rename them. So if I wanted to, which I usually do, and I probably will end up doing when I get a bigger house, I'll do this one with like building supplies, and I'll put like the fiber, all the stuff that's in here right now, I will put in here, including flint and a couple other things. And then this one I'll label weapons, and I'll only put weapons in there. This one I'll label like ranged weapons, and I'll put ranged weapons in there, so like your different guns, your crossbows, stuff like that. The one that's just listed weapons will also be, it'll probably be like weapons and tools. So I'll put like pickaxes, axes in there, the sickle, a sword if I have one, the pikes, because a lot of times you'll want to hold on to extra stuff. So I may have like 3 pikes in there. That way if I die and I need to run back, I can just run in my house real quick, grab a pike and go. I don't have to like stand over here, figure out how much metal I have, craft it and everything like that. And now that I'm explaining that, the next chest would actually be armor. I'll have extra sets of armor in here, or even different kinds. So if I want a ghillie suit in there, you can use the ghillie suit, or if I want extra metal armor, like an extra set, so that if I die, like I said, just run in here, grab an extra set, grab a pike, and head out. I don't have to stand over here trying to craft everything real fast. And then over here, I might have something like miscellaneous stuff, or other stuff that I usually stock up on, which we haven't really came across any of it, but it's stuff to just use for crafting. I don't really want to say what it is because it's a video that I plan on going over later. Depending on the creature you have, you may be collecting a lot of hide, so I may even make an entire chest with just hide in it. So there's a lot of different things that I make. I honestly usually have probably about 20 different chests, and they're all labeled something else. And then I will probably still end up going over that, like over that amount, and I'll make just a couple miscellaneous ones. Something else I wanted to point out, so while I'm here, I'm in the preserving bin right now. If I do transfer all, only the stuff that can be used in there will be transferred into there. So if I do transfer all, it's going to put, oh wow, did they change that? So okay, the way it used to be is the fiber would not go in there. So we're going to take all of that out. The flint wouldn't, the hide wouldn't, basically all the food or food-like items. So the seeds would still have went in there, but I would have pulled them out. That should not have went in there. And the rest of the stuff is fine too, but we're going to leave the seeds in there for now as well. But yeah, they may have changed that. So does that mean, because I don't think you used to be able to put stone in the forge. Okay, yeah, you can't put stone in the forge, so that still works the same way. So if I wanted to do this, I'll show you guys how it should have worked. Everything that's going to go in here is stuff that can be used in the forge. So right now it should only be the wood, the thatch, and maybe the hide. We'll see. Yeah, the hide too. Okay, now you're probably wondering why the hide goes in there. If you have oil and hide, you can put the oil and the hide in there and it will actually make gasoline, I believe. That's how you make gasoline in the game. You can use gasoline to run like generators and stuff like that. So it actually comes in kind of handy. But yeah, that used to be how the preserving bin worked. Unless I'm losing my shit, which I don't think I am, but okay, fair enough. Okay, so that one's empty. I'm going to check this one. That's all stone. I might be able to carry all that at the moment. I could probably carry a lot of this, but not all of it. I'll take all the charcoal and stone first. Now, I usually keep stuff organized when I'm playing this game. So the charcoal, I'm going to put all of it in here, just because the only thing I use charcoal for is trying to think of what it's called. Gunpowder. Holy crap. Yeah, so spark powder and gunpowder, or spark powder and charcoal makes gunpowder. I think I said that before as well. So that's why I put it in there. We're going to take all of this. Put this in the first chest as well. Now keep in mind this smithy over here, I have not put, oh, I did put some stuff in it. Okay, actually we're going to take these seeds and stuff out and put them in the preserving bin. Like I said, the seeds don't have to be in the preserving bin, but I just put them in there just so I know where they're at. Because I consider it food, because you can technically eat the seeds. What I normally do though is, we're going to throw this out. What I do normally do though is I'll keep a certain amount of spare items, so to speak. So like extra wood, hide, stone, a little bit of fiber, flint. I will keep extra wood on this smithy. Because if I want to come in here and I want to craft something, I want the stuff already to be on here. I don't want to be like, I don't want to have to come in here and say I'm trying to make armor. So if I come in here and I look at chitin, or the chitin, whatever you want to call it, I need 10 chitin, 2 fiber, and 5 hide. So if I already had the chitin in here, that's fine, but then I'd be like, okay, I need 2 fiber, so I'll have to back out, look for my 2 fiber, come back, go back in there, refine the thing, come back here, and then be like, okay, you need 5 hide. Now don't get me wrong, at the same time I could be like, I need 2 fiber and 5 hide, because I can remember that stuff. I would still have to exit this and then go find my 2 fiber, 5 hide, and then come back in here and then craft it. Whoops, even clicked on the wrong thing. And then come in here and craft it. But if I'm trying to make a full set of armor, I can either sit here and be like, okay, 5 hide, 6 hide, that's 11, 10 hide, that's 21, another 12 hide, that's going to be 33, and another 7, so that's going to end up being 30 hide just to make this full set. So I have to remember 30 hide, but also I had to do all this fucking math when I could literally just throw hide in here all the time. There's 200 pieces right there. I don't ever have to worry about how much hide I need if I keep a good chunk of hide in here. So usually I can just come in here, craft what I need, and go. Now, at the same time though, so if I come in here and I do make this armor, I know it's using certain materials. I may want to like throw extra chitin in here later, throw extra fiber and hide in here later just to kind of restock it. So like right now I notice I'm low on metal ingots, so I may want to throw extra metal ingots in here. All this looks unorganized, and I never mentioned this before. You can actually come up here to this bar, I believe, and it says sort items by name. It says ASE, I believe that means ascending. If you look at the top left, you can hit unsort by hitting R2. You can sort it by spoil time, so if any of this stuff can spoil, you can hit L2. You can sort it by name, which is triangle, or you can sort it by how much it weighs by hitting square. I wouldn't do by how much it weighs because I think it does it, so like both of these right here, they weigh 50 each. If I take half of this one, so if I have a stack of 100 and a stack of 50, obviously the weights are different now. I think it would still sort those by weight. So if I had something that weighed like, I don't know, 20, okay, here, right here, perfect. If I had this one that weighed 29, I believe it would do this one first, then this one, then this one. So it wouldn't keep my wood together. So the easiest way that I sort it is by name, which is triangle up in the top left. So you have to highlight this, and then that's when you hit the sort button. You hit triangle, boom, everything's sorted by name. It does not mess with your folders at all. Sometimes when you come in here, it may unsort stuff. Like as you can see, I just now closed those folders and it kind of unsorted. You just come back up here, hit triangle again, and boom, it's resorted. I think if I hit triangle again, yeah, it sorts it in reverse. So now it's descending. Yeah, so it's DESC. So it's, you know, W first and then all the way to F. But I like it this way, and you can also do it in your normal inventory. Up over here, you can do it here too, in this spot. I just don't have anything in my inventory at the moment to sort. Drinking some more water, eat some food, take a poop. We're gonna grab some more of this stuff. Nothing in that one. Take everything out of there. So like right here, this is what I was saying. Right now, it looks like it's sorted backwards, but if I come up here, yeah, so it's sorted by descending. If I hit triangle, it sorts it the other way. So I did have some seeds on me. We're gonna throw the seeds in there first. I'm gonna throw the charcoal in here. We're going to throw extra wood in here because we're always going to need fuel to burn the metal. And then we're going to put the rest of the stuff in there. And then I believe that was it, other than the other chest on the other side, and there's one here with a lot of stone, which I may have to make 2 trips real quick. So we're going to try taking all of it. Yep, I'm over encumbered. We're going to take some off till our little weight thing down on the bottom right goes away, which is right there. We're going to run this back up here. Which, if you want to, I mean, technically I could have put all this stuff on the dinosaur because it does actually have a lot of stuff. But she also runs slow still, so she's not a fast dino. I don't want to be trucking her back and forth. It'll feel just as slow as running. Okay, I'm still over encumbered. That's horrible. Actually, okay, yeah, we'll do that. That drop is coming down again. That sun is so bright. Actually looks like, is that a blue drop again? It may be purple. It looks kind of purple. It could just be the way it is against the sky though. Which actually, is it all the way down? Stop, son. I can't see. Yeah, it's all the way down. Let's go up there and check real quick. Remember I looked up to see if it was all the way down because that bright light that's there at the top, that one, if that light is there, it means it's not all the way down. The second light that's there, that is actually the drop coming down, so you can see it. Oh god, that is horrible. Like I said, that glare used to actually be a lot worse. Oh, can I not jump that there? Oh, come on. Oh wow, I got stuck. So when you get stuck like this right here, it's going to be easy. I'm just going to break one of these rocks to get out. But there are areas in the game that I want to point out that you can get stuck in and not be able to get out. If you cannot get out, that is one of the other things that you can actually do with your poop. Not that you want to, but it is a way to get unstuck. If you can poop and you can reach your poop, if you eat it, it will actually kill you. It'll start taking away from your health and it will kill you. We already learned both of those, so we're just going to throw them out. So if you eat your poop, it will actually start hurting you, and you'll end up dying from eating your poop. It's a easy way to kill yourself. I believe there's also an unstuck feature. It's in one of the menus, maybe. Options, maybe? No, I could have swore there was an unstuck thing to do, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Or maybe I'm just not looking in the right menu either. If anyone knows how to do the unstuck thing, let me know. I do know that it resets you to like a flat surface, but you still have to be careful with that though, because just because you're on a flat surface does not mean you're necessarily unstuck. There are crevices that you can fall into in this game that Wildcard just kind of left in the game. Not saying there's anything wrong with the fact that they left them in the game, but if you ask me, I think they're being lazy. That's just me being honest. People have pointed out the crevices. I've pointed out the crevices. I've also pointed out where they are on the map. You can actually give them specific coordinates to where they are, and it's usually just like a hole, like a, I don't know how to exactly explain it. It's just like a hole, like say I was up on the mountains or whatever. There could be a hole right in front of me that just goes straight down in there, and you can stand down in there, but you can't jump out. It's too deep. You can't jump out. So technically you're standing down there. So the unstuck feature on that will not work because technically you're not stuck. So you're just stuck in there. If you're playing on a public server, it's not bad because you can talk in chat and you can ask somebody to come and get you. They might just come and laugh at you or try to kill you while you're in the hole, so be careful with that. But if you have friends on the server, you can be like, hey man, I fell in this hole, come and get me. There's several ways where they can come and get you. They can bring a grapple to you. There is a grapple in the game. You have to use a crossbow with it. They can throw it down to you and you can grapple yourself out. Or you can always carry a grapple yourself. There's also a lot of the birds in the game can actually pick up players, like with their feet. So like if I have a bird and I'm flying around, I can pick up a player with it. Does not mean that that bird can fly into that hole and get you though, so that's something you have to consider as well. They still may not be able to help you with just a bird. They may actually need to do to get the grapple and bring it to. You can also grapple a knocked out player and pull that person out. That is something you may want to consider, because if you grapple them when they're not knocked out, they can you can actually grapple yourself to them, and then 2 people will be stuck in the hole unless you brought another grapple thing. Because when you use the grapple, it actually wastes it. So if you brought 2 grapples, you might be okay. If you didn't, then you're probably screwed and you're both in a hole now. The grapples are actually pretty handy to use to get around and stuff. They're cool. I like the way they work. I think that's pretty much it for the grapples, though, and for getting stuck in the holes. There are dinosaurs. I don't know how many there are, because I think there's a few. I know one specifically. I don't know if the other ones actually have the feature, or if it's just something I think they would have, but they probably don't. There's a couple dinosaurs that can actually climb walls, which I will point out one. I actually learned his saddle earlier in the thing, but I didn't point it out. It's pretty cool. I like the way they climb the walls. That's a nice feature for them. It's one of their special abilities, how I pointed out abilities before. Right now, like I said, I'm just transferring everything into our new home. And after this, we're actually probably going to wow. We're probably going to stop this episode after I move all this stuff. So if you guys want to head out now, that's fine. No issues here. But I'm still going to keep playing while I'm moving all this stuff. And when I end it, or as I'm ending it, I will be going over what we're going to be doing next time. But for now, I just need to keep transferring this stuff, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm not getting over encumbered while I'm doing it. Go ahead and drink some water and eat some more food. One of the things that you have to keep in mind as well is like weapons like this, like the bow. As you can see, it's damaged, and my tools down at the bottom and my weapon, they're both damaged. So this one I can repair in my inventory because it was crafted in my inventory. All this stuff we're going to throw in here though, and then the tools down here, as I pointed out before, you have to repair them in the smithy because they were crafted in the smithy. Now if you highlight it, it tells you right there on the right side, repair requirements. So I need 3 hide, 3 ingots, and 1 wood, and all that has to be in your smithy when you're trying to repair it. I do have everything because that's the 1 ingot that I have. So if I threw it in there, was it this one? No, that's 3 ingots. Maybe I did say 3 ingots. I don't know, but I can do this one though. So if we throw it in there, and then we have to find it, hit triangle on it, and it repairs it. That bar goes all the way back up, and you can even see where it says durability, it's 40 of 40, so now that is fully repaired. If I hold X, it goes right back to that slot that I pulled it out of because I still had that ghost icon down there. So now these two, I don't have the metal to repair them. That's why I started cooking metal in here. So if I grab this metal and I throw it in there, now I may have enough to repair both, because this one only took 3 metal and this one needs 1. So yeah, I can repair both of these. So let's go ahead and hit repair on that one, put it back in there, and repair on that one, and put it back in there. And then if you come up here and you go to where it says structure, that's the smithy, which is this. If you go to U, it brings up your character. All of these items need to be repaired as well. As you can see, they're getting decreased. That was from when I was fighting those Carnos in, I believe, the previous episode. Or no, in this episode. Wow. I need enough metal to repair all of these, so that one would take 1, that would take 2, 3, and 2. Obviously I only have 6, that is not enough, so I just need to keep letting that keep cooking. And while that is cooking, we can actually come down here I believe it grabbed everything out of here now. Yep. And then let's see what we left on our dinosaur. Okay, so these we definitely want to take and throw in the preserving bin so they stay fresh longer. And we're gonna increase her weight some more. If I can get over to it, I just had it. There it is. Increase her weight some more. She doesn't need any of this other stuff. You don't want excess weight on your dinosaur because it's just going to slow them down in the long run. We're going to poop before we go inside. We're going to do this. Okay, yeah, it's still being weird. And then oh, our arrows too. Okay, we're gonna throw, you know what? We're actually gonna take our narco berries out of there. All of them. And we're gonna throw in the meat. Now you're probably wondering why I'm doing that. I'm gonna show you here right now. We're gonna take out the spoiled meat. Before we even do anything with any of this stuff, we're gonna come over here, we're gonna grab our dinosaur. With this, I know the experience is increased for the dinosaur. We're going to bring our dinosaur close to our house, and I will explain why here when I get off. So you want to, it doesn't have to be this close. I probably could have did it about halfway up here, but this is, I just want to make sure 100% that it's working. So with her parked outside, you come in here, anything you craft in here, she's getting the XP for it. Well, she gets a part of the XP for it. Now, when we picked up those double XP things, I'm pretty sure, I said I wasn't sure, but I'm pretty sure that if you jump off in your craft and stuff, that she will get shared XP for that. But I don't know 100% of how much XP she gets. Like, I don't know if it's the same amount that you're getting, or if it's like halved, or maybe a quarter of it. I don't know the amount that she shares with you. This also works with other players. So as long as you're in the same tribe, like if you guys remember, I created a tribe called Rare Breed right here. This is our tribe. So and actually I forgot to show you guys this. It shows when I tamed the Ankylosaurus. Day 3 at 1723, and then this is all the stuff that I've been doing. Which it's weird that it only keeps showing demolished stuff, but it doesn't show me building anything. I wonder if they changed that. What is this? Let's manage alliances, manage tribe groups, toggle online members, or rename the tribe. You can actually have alliances in the game with other tribes, but they're kind of iffy. I wouldn't mess with them too much, even if you trust someone, unless you guys are like two really good friends, you knew them before you even came in the game, and you guys just want to have two different tribes, then yeah, sure, go for an alliance. But I wouldn't do an alliance with a random group. It gives them access to your buildings and everything, restricted access depending on how you have the governance, but still, it still gives them access. So I would be very careful with that. But what I was saying though is if someone else is in your tribe, so if I'm playing with a friend and he's in my tribe, if he's anywhere in this area, anything I'm doing, if I pick up this rock, he gets XP for that because I got XP for it. It'll only give him a certain percentage of that XP, but he'll still get XP for it. So, like I said, I believe it works with the dinosaur, but I could be wrong. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all that stuff in there, and then we're going to come over here to our mortar and pestle. And we're going to fill this up with all of the narco berries and the spoiled meat. And what we are doing is we're going to go to consumables, we're going to go to drugs, and we're going to make, it says we can make 209 narcotic. Now remember, when you hit triangle, it only does 100 of them. So that's going to make us 100 right there. So if I hit triangle again, it does another 100. So now it's at 199. 99 because it already made one, and now it's at 98. But there's still 9 more that I can make. So if I hit triangle again, it'll make the last 9. So now it's going to use all these spoiled meat and all the narcotic that it can until either the narco berries run out or the spoiled meat runs out, and then it'll stop making them. But while it's doing this and it's getting XP, like it's giving XP, with her right here, she's gaining XP from that. So I could go and do whatever I need to do over here I should have did this earlier, because like now I could be like gathering all my stuff and running back and forth while that's crafting and she's gaining XP. But what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna demolish these, because in the next video we are going to make a house on the raft, and we're gonna go look for our second tame. And when we go look for our second tame, we're actually gonna leave her here because it is a dangerous area and I do not want her dying. I could technically take her with us, but she's perfectly fine right here. Nothing hostile is gonna come on this island. If for whatever reason, say for, I've never seen this, but it would be interesting. Say a Sarco, one of the crocodile guys, spawned over there on the edge of the island over there. It's definitely possible. He could, in theory, he could aggro to something in the water and then come this way and aggro to something over here. Let me show you guys. This little island right here in front of me, and the little island over there. They both sometimes get a whole bunch of dinosaurs that will spawn in over there, and they get stuck because normally a dinosaur like this will not walk into the water on their own. They have to be either chased in the water or something like that. So if they spawn over there, they usually just stand there on the island. So if that crocodile aggroes on one of them and then it aggroes further this way, it could technically make its way over here. Eventually, something on this island is probably going to be a higher level than it. Even if it's not this Bronto right here, probably a low level, level 20. That's pretty low. Even a level 5 though would probably kill a Sarco. The reason why is because the Sarco will come up, he will hit him. Say he hits this foot, this Bronto swings his tail. When he swings his tail, everything in the area gets hit. When everything gets hit by this tail, it goes flying backwards. So the Sarco would probably end up flying backwards, land right here. It'll come running again. As soon as it's within range of the Bronto's tail, the Bronto's going to swing again. The Sarco is not fast enough to get back to bite him again before that tail hits him. So the Bronto's going to keep swinging. It's going to keep knocking him back, and no matter what level it is, the Bronto is going to beat the Sarco because the Sarco can't get close enough to hit him. Something to keep in mind, ranged attacks, they are extremely powerful in this game. If you can't get close enough to something to hit it, then it's probably going to win. Let's kill this trilobite, and I want to show you guys what they drop. 2 hits and it's dead, so we're going to get it. Oh wow, it gave us awesome items. I forgot all about those. If you've seen it there on the left, I'm going to go over them when I get back to the house because I'm going to put them in the inventory in here. So we're going to hit circle. So, we'll go over those last. I'm going to drink some water. Oh man, thought I had water in my pouch, but I guess I don't. My water skin. Eat some food. Okay, so those black pearls we're gonna go over last, and I'll explain. I mean, you'll see why. We're gonna start down here first. Didn't give us those, that we already had. Silica pearls. These pearls are used to make electronics. You can make electronics in the game. That's how you make C4 and stuff like that. If you guys hear noise in the background, I think there's a couple people watching the game downstairs, so... Well, actually, I don't know if the game is on today. I'm not sure what they're watching. They're watching something and it sounds exciting though. But the silica pearls are used to make electronics in the game. You can use electronics to make C4 or to craft a refrigerator. It may take electronics, stuff like that. There's also an AC and a heater that you can craft. And then the oil is used for the same thing. It's also used to make gasoline. Well, not the same thing. It's not for electronics, but you use it with electronics to make gasoline and stuff like that. If you go over to the chitin or chitin, I call it chitin. People say it's chitin. I don't know. It looks like chitin to me. I'm gonna stick with chitin. That's what I've called it for a long time. So even if I wanted to call it chitin, more than likely I'm gonna slip up and call it chitin anyway. So from now on out, I'm not gonna say whatever it's called. I'm just gonna say chitin. So if you didn't see this video, then you're missing out and you don't know why I'm calling it chitin. This is this or the keratin, the one that looks like the bone. What's in here? The one that looks like the bone. This About 90% of the time in the game, those two can be interchangeable. You can either use the keratin or you can use the chitin. The only thing you can't do it on was this chitin armor that I looked at earlier. It has to be chitin. And the reason why is because it's actually made out of this material. It's made out from the chitin material. So now that I threw that in there, as you can see it all highlighted because I can make it all now. It's basically like a bug shell type thing. So all this armor, it actually looks kind of cool. It looks like you're wearing like bug pieces. It doesn't show like a leg or like a weird claw or anything like that. It's not that cool. But it just, I like the design of it. It looks really cool the way they put it together. Now the black pearls, these are extremely rare. I got 2 of them because, like I said, I have my stuff turned up. It even says it's a rare resource from the bottom of the seas. That is normally where you get it, at the bottom of the sea. There are other ways to get them. They're still pretty rare, but there are other ways to get them. The main way that I know of that is the easiest, which I didn't want to go over this just yet, but I guess I'm going to. Oh, what did I just do? I did that wrong. I accidentally threw food in here. I meant to throw the food in the other thing. The main ways to get them that I wanted to go over is, I wanted to go over this later, but I'm just going to go ahead and cover it now. There's an otter in the game. An actual little otter. He's tiny. He has so many special abilities. One of the special abilities is he can find you items in the ocean or in any water source, actually. So I can actually throw him out into the water. He'll swim around. He'll do his little scavenging or whatever. He may even kill a little bit of fish on his own because they like eating fish. And then he'll come back and he'll hand you an item. And it's so cute the way they look. But he'll actually hand you an item and he'll stand in front of you with his little hands up. And you hit the button and it shows what he's giving you. They can find black pearls for you. They are extremely helpful. Now, what the black pearls are mainly used for, I think it may be the only thing they're used for, but it is to make the motor raft, the motorized raft, the motorboat basically. It's the one that I told you need to get away from that whale. It is awesome. It's fantastic to use, but I've never actually made one because it takes a lot of black pearls. And like I said, they're extremely hard to find. So in the next video, that's going to be it for this one. In the next video, we're going to make a house on this raft. And if we have enough time, we're going to go ahead and go to a dangerous area and we're going to get our other tame. And I'm going to show you guys some new dinosaurs. Hope you guys are excited. We're actually going to come across a lot on the way up there. I will try to go over them, so it may actually end up being 2 videos. I may do one with just doing the house, and then the other video will actually probably be us doing the tame. But we will definitely do the house on the raft first, because it's going to take a while just to do that. So thanks for sticking around, guys. If you're watching the video and you like what you've seen, please make sure you subscribe. I currently have 15 subscribers. I started with about 10 from friends and family. So 5 extra subscribers, whoever you guys are, your accounts are private. I cannot see your names, but I want to thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching my videos. If you think someone else might like the video, please share it. I would be greatly appreciated. And I mean, thank you guys. Like, really, it means a lot. I mean, granted, it's only 5 people, but it means more than you know. It really does. I like doing these videos for you guys. If you are new to the video and you're watching this one and there is stuff you didn't like, hit the dislike button. I'm not going to discourage you to do that. But I will ask, like I've asked in other videos, if you hit the dislike button, tell me what you disliked about the video. Put it down in the comments. Let me know, hey, you suck. The way you're explaining stuff takes too long. I think I said that exact same thing before. But I'm trying to be very detailed. This is mainly aimed towards newer players. So people that haven't played Ark, that have always been interested in it, I want to show them every little detail about the game and stuff that maybe other videos aren't really pointing out. But like I said, guys, I mean, thanks. I will see you guys in the next video.